Okay, so we learned how to use the elliptical marquee tool in its basic form. Let's take a look at this image here of these quarters, and we're going to select all the quarters with one selection. So how do we do this? If we grab the elliptical marquee, you're going to notice across the top that we have these four buttons up here. If I hold my mouse over it, you see the regular selection. If I come over the second one, it's going to show me add to selection, subtract from a selection, and intersect with selection. If we use the very first one, which is the default, if I come over here and I create a selection of this first quarter, like so, and I want to make more selections like some of these quarters up here. So if I go up here and drag this one around, notice what happens. The selection that I had down here disappears. So what we need to do is we need to make sure we have the second one checked, which is add to selection. So once we have a selection made, we can just continue using the elliptical marquee. And again, this works with all the different selection tools. So I'm going to push that into place there, add that one over there, add to this, and I'm going to just do a rough setup here so it's quick and easier for you guys just to see. So I'm adding and adding and adding. And ta-da! But now look what happened. I added too much in here. So what I want to do is I want to do a minus from selection to get rid of that. So I've added to the selection, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the lasso tool. So I'm just going to grab the polygon lasso because this is the easiest one to use. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the third button in, which is subtract from selection. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to use the Control plus or Control minus, and then I'm going to use the space bar to get the hand tool to come up here. And I'm going to go outside my selection, and I'm going to come along, and I'm going to do this quickly and easily. It's not going to be the greatest, but just to show you how this works, I'm just going to come around. And then come back around. See how I started up in here, and I worked, and then I'm just going to double click, and boom, that's going to subtract from the selection. So now I've added to my selection. I'm able to subtract from selection. If I wanted to, I could come in right now and I could just subtract some crazy selection from the middle. And of course I can do an undo, which is there's one undo allowed, and we can do that right there, and boom, we have the selection back to where we want it. So you can do a regular selection, add selection, minus selection. The whole, and you know, this one right here with the intersect selection, I don't think I've ever used it. It's there if you need it. It's great if you want it, and there's going to be other tools that we're going to find that have these subtract and add situations. But this is a great way to refine your selections, make a good selection on whatever you're working on, and then you'd be good to go.